But moving on to a young player that recently blossomed into, I would say, the tight end one for the Chicago Bears. Not tight end one for fantasy just yet, but last week kind of exploded. Are we rolling with the Colston Loveland hype train going into week 10 versus the Giants?
This is the third guy in my article, Laquan, and
Damn it.
this one is, I will say up front, I could be shooting myself in the foot here, and I'll be honest about that because Colson Loveland, I expect him to be a very good player in the NFL. So it's not impossible that what we saw last week was him stepping up into the tight end one role, and now he's just going to be good because I believe he has the talent to be good if he gets the target share. However, we need to understand the context, Laquan. Before last week's game, coming into week 9, he was the tight end 49 in points per game. Okay?
Whew.
It's not like he was starting to build up into a breakout. Ooh, he was seeing some more targets. Ooh,
Yeah.
maybe Colson Love was working his way up. No. He was diddly butt kiss all year. Cole Kmet got hurt. It gave him a chance to get a few more routes. And then the Bears played the Cincinnati Bengals. Laquan.
There it is.
Laquan. The Cincinnati Bengals allow more points to fantasy tight ends than a defense made of you, me, and both our grandmas. This team is abysmal against the tight end position. So, yes, they gave up 26.8 fantasy points to Colson Loveland. Now, it's worth noting he scored literally half of those on one play with 17 seconds left at the end of the game. Completely broken, big touchdown. So before that, he was about 13 fantasy points. But this team, this Bengals defense, they also gave up 25.6 points to Pat Fryermuth. They gave up double-digit points to Jonnu Smith in that same game, Mason Taylor, Harold Fannin Jr. in his NFL debut all the way back in week 1. They have
Yikes.
been bodied by tight ends all year, and not all of them notable. So I am taking Colson Loveland's breakout with the largest grain of salt I have ever eaten my entire life. I will not believe in him as a true fantasy star until I see this against another defense. Could that happen this week? Yes, it legitimately could. I'm not saying it can't, but everybody is so quick to put Colson Loveland in the top 10 tight ends this week. And that to me, that feels like a major overreaction to one big game that was largely one big play against the worst defense against tight ends in recent memory.